What is up, guys? Eric here from BBM Productions, here with a short video and kind of a reaction to MMA Guru's video about Kelvin Gastelum missing weight, being too fat, etc. Now, MMA Guru said, listen, we need to send Gastelum to the heavyweight division. And you know what? It gave me a good idea. How hypothetically would a true 265-pound blob Kelvin Gastelum fight against, well, let's say a few of the heavyweights, like off of the cuff? And it's quite interesting because we know the heavyweight division right now doesn't have that many skilled boxers, all-rounded fighters, wrestlers, etc. And Kelvin is actually a decent, well-rounded fighter. Now, hypothetically, let's say he just doesn't diet and he blobs up to that weight division. How would he do versus Shamil Gaziev? How would he do versus Marcin Tybura? Krylov, not Nikita Krylov, man. I'm misconstruing him with one of the other fighters that is also Russian, that is heavyweight. How would he do versus Curtis Blades, Almeida, Derek Lewis? Ooh, Derek Lewis would still be a problem, even if he's a bit outgunned skill-wise versus a quite tiny but blobbed Kelvin Gastelum. Now, the reason why I'm mentioning this is because we forget that Daniel Cormier at 5'9", 5'8", 2 bajillion 100 pounds at that point. This is just a joke. I'd still like DC, etc. Quite literally just ran over Derek Lewis with his wrestling. Because of that is why I actually got inspired by this video, because I was like, we're all just making jokes about Kelvin Gastelum being a bit too fat, etc. Because right now it's being disrespectful, and also being disrespectful to himself because he's not cutting weight properly and stuff. But legit, if he bulked up properly for a year, because of the state of the heavyweight division, he could win at heavyweight. Like, I'm sorry guys, there's a lot of these fighters. That's why I skip heavyweight fights, I'm just being honest, many of them. And also why most of us feel that Jones, Tom Aspinall, Stipe, Ngannou, if those guys stayed in the UFC heavyweight division, at this point in time, they would have just dominated. If one of them was the champion and the rest of the division was about the same as it is right now. So Gastelum actually has a good shot because of the southpaw advantage that he has, his wrestling, if he implements it correctly. I'm just saying that with a caveat. Like, everything here is a caveat. Take this with a boulder of salt. He legit would do quite good because he has good striking, reasonable power. If he bulked up with muscle and not just blobby fatness, then he would hit hard, even at heavyweight. We don't know how he's going to take the shots, though, and we do not know how his cardio would fare at that weight. But maybe this is a good idea for him to do it. Like, I would love to see it. Just like, would this work? Because as far as I remember, he's as tall or taller than DC. He has a 74-inch, 76-inch reach, which means he doesn't have a long wingspan, but it would still fare fine at heavyweight because of his footwork and stuff, if he can keep it there. He has a decent wrestling background. Like, yeah, it would be cool to see. I think he beats Gaziev. I think he beats Tybura. Who's the other two brothers? The Tafa brothers. He beats the Tafa brothers. Like, that would be a good fight, like initial fight at heavyweight. Tafa, Justin Tafa, by example, would be a good fight for him. He will start to struggle with a Derek Lewis, Volkov, way too big for him. But yeah, Volkov. He would struggle with Curtis Blades. He would struggle with Agan, etc. So he wouldn't get to the top 5, or maybe he would be just outside of the top 5. But he could win. So yeah, guys, hypothetically, how would Kelvin the Blob Gastelum do at heavyweight in your opinion? Cheers.